Hello and welcome to the IT Academy. In today's video, we're going to look at how we can use the SUMIF function. This function makes us more efficient with our spreadsheet. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do. When you subscribe, you'll get more IT tutorial videos. SUMIF is one of Excel's most useful functions. If you have a range of values and you want to sum up only those values that meet a certain criteria, then SUMIF is a great tool. Let's see how it works. So we're going to use this table to illustrate how we use the SUMIF function. Now this is a very straightforward table. It consists of a list of salespeople, the regions they operate in, and then the amount of sales they've been able to make. Now, for instance, you have different regions, north, south, east. I want to, at this moment, sum up all the sales that were made in the east. Okay, now this is a very short list. In reality, you could have a list that is having hundreds of records or even more. So this is where we're going to type it. I want a sum of all the sales made in the east. So I'm going to type the formula here, the SUMIF function. So it's like this, equals SUMIF, bracket open. Once you type that, there is a hint here for you to follow. The next thing you type is the range. Okay, you want to sum up only those in the east. So where do you search for east? You search for east in the region column. And then you type a comma. And then you type in the criteria. When it searches here, what should it search for? It should search for east. So you put the east in quotation marks. Okay. Now this is not case sensitive. That means you can type it either in small or capital letters. It won't really make any difference. So search this place, this whole range, and search for east. Once you find east, you put another comma here. You should sum the figures that are in this column. So I close the brackets and then press enter. You can see this is a sum of only the east. And if the east is 200 and then 100, okay, and then 200. So now if I make any changes to the eastern figures, it will be reflected in the sum here. I make another change here, it gets reflected. Okay. Now what I've done right now is kind of static. Okay, it's restricted to only the east. I want to be able to type in any region and get their sum total. So in that case, instead of me putting just east in the formula, I'm going to put the cell reference in the formula so that whatever is in that cell is what will be searched for. So let's see, you can see the formula is here. I'm going to double click here and let's see the formula. You see, it searches for east. So I'm going to replace the east. I'm going to remove it and type the cell reference. The cell reference is for this cell is J5. So I type J5. That means it's going to search this whole column. Search for whatever I put in here. Okay, so now let's press enter. Okay, so east is not we're not restricted to east anymore. So I'm going to type north. You see, it gives me all the figures for the north. North is 400, only one entry. And if I select south, it gives me the figures for the south. So this is very interesting. It's more of a dynamic operation. We're not restricted to one particular region. Now let's see another example here. You can see here that we have another table with values for year, entries for dates. You have year, date, value, and then the criteria. What I want is that I want to sum up the total for a particular year. Okay, so this is where the year is supposed to be. Normally I would type in say 2010 in here, but we're going to make it a dynamic formula, so we don't have to type in the particular year before we do the formula. So this is where it's supposed to sum it all up. So let's see how it works. Equals SUMIF, bracket open. So the range, this is where we search for the year. Range, comma, and then the criteria. The criteria, we don't want a particular year. We want the criteria to be here. G6. That means whatever is in G6 is what will be searched for. So after that, we put a comma, and then we select the value range, the values to be added. Okay, so when you look at it one more time, you see that we are searching through D6 to D11 for whatever is stored in the cell G6. And when we find it, we're going to sum up the numbers in the value range. So let me close the brackets and then press enter. So right now there's nothing there. So let's see how much was made in 2010. So I'm going to type 2010. You can see 2010, there is 600. Let's verify it. You have 400 and then another 2010, 200. That makes 600. Let's see how much was made in 2012. That is 520. So whatever year you choose, it's going to sum up all the figures for that year. And this is just a principle, not just restricted to this particular type of information. It's a principle. You can apply it in so many. You can apply it in selectively adding figures that belong to a certain value. I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please give it a thumbs up, like it, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you and see you in the next video.